So today I want to speak to breakdown and the challenges that have been taking place in all of us, it seems, over the last few years and way beyond. But particularly in the last few years, I know a lot of people have been experiencing various huge levels of breakdown, mental, emotional, nervous system, everything. And, when we look at the way the world is, when we look at the pressures people are under, ow, sorry, my cat's attacking my foot. When we look at the pressures we're under and the financial strains a lot of folks are under, it's no surprise. We look at the society and the craziness that's taking place out there. It's pretty hard not to lose your head and not to fall into despair. Um, I suppose speaking to breakdown, it's something that pretty much everybody I know has gone through in the last few years on one level or another, myself included. I think after COVID, for a good couple of years, I underwent a crazy level of everything I'd relied upon within myself just not being there anymore. Tools, gifts, capacities that I have as a person were just gone. And it felt very much as if somebody had broke into me overnight and taken my toolbox and just emptied it out in a river. And when people would come to me, I'd be in conversation, I'd be met with a challenge or something, and I would just be empty. There would be nothing inside. And also my kids, struggles with children, with technology, with just life in general. My level of despair at times was really, really extreme, as I know it's for many. And the only thing that got me through it is the fact that I've been through breakdowns before. And I remember when I was 28, 29, going through a really crazy breakdown, where I felt like my sense of self was basically just broken pieces of porcelain rattling about in the bottom of my feet. And I came back from being away and I had a retreat to organise, a kitchen to build, toilets to build, straw bale house to finish, and I was utterly undone. I had no capacity whatsoever. But I remember at one point, whilst this was going on, having like a flash of an image, and the image was like ground zero. But after the collapses happen, after the destruction's taken place, and everything gets cleared out of the way, and that was what this flash image was just that ground zero, everything cleared out of the way, and in the middle of it was this little sparkle of a diamond, and it said to me, "This is the new ground. Look at this." It was like pure potential. And from that, moving through that time and just being with the discomfort, being with the brokenness, not running away, not pushing it away, not chasing after things to distract me, or at least not too much. Um, and in time, that passed and a new version of myself took place. So when this more recent breakdown was going on, I was able to just be in the discomfort. I was able to just be in the emptiness, to be without my gifts, without my tools, without the things that I've learnt to turn to and rely on. And I just had to be in the brokenness because I knew it would pass. And this is where Buddhist teachings help me a lot, with the emptiness of self and everything being constantly changing. There's no permanent self, it's continuously in a state of flux and change. So when I was in that state of breakdown, it was okay because I knew that it would pass, all things will pass. And again, another version of myself would grow from the wreckage of that. So I suppose I just really wanted to address that, and also the changes that I spoke about on the last video I made. It seems that as we are passing into this higher level of consciousness and awareness, all the old ways, they simply have no place. They simply have no place in what's coming. And so if we're holding on to old ways of being, they're going to be possibly painfully taken away from us. So just allowing the shedding. It's the year of the snake this year. And I'm pretty sure when a snake sheds its skin, it's probably not very comfortable. It's probably a bit uncomfortable for the snake, but it's a process that it goes through every time it outgrows its skin. And so these breakdowns that we're going through, they're very much like a shedding and a transformation. And I guess I'm just encouraging people to try and just be with it, not to run away from it, to allow the process. Almost, even if you can embrace it, just be with it, and allow those things to be stripped away. Two friends, since I made my last video, two friends I ended up bumping into shared with me that they were in a state of extraordinary grief because ways of dealing with difficult situations, ways of dealing with challenges, ways that they were able to feel powerful and strong within difficult dynamics were simply not there. They were gone. And they felt utterly bereft because, uh, you know, they didn't know how to how to deal with these challenges that were coming up now, because the kind of the strong and usual ways that they dealt with them just wasn't within them anymore. And that kind of blew my mind, because there was a grieving, because it's quite shocking when parts of ourselves are no longer there, or parts of ourselves are stripped away. But for me, as I listened to them, there was a great joy also, because it showed that this moving into something different, something new, it is stripping us down. And all I could do was give an encouragement to just be with the process, and to let go of those old ways of being, and be in the emptiness, be in an openness, and just allow yourself to be in that spaciousness of not knowing, of the unknowing, and just be patient and allow yourself to go through that process of death and rebirth over and over again in every area of our lives. How often it happens, how many times it happens, is beyond our control. But suppose I just wanted to speak to, again, it's that radical trust and fearless love. Just resting in that fearless love, not letting anything trip you over and freak you out too much. Just trusting the process, trusting the process. And if we can continually just surrender to what's taking place within ourselves again and again and again, it will clear the space. It will move things through us so that there's space for a new way to arise, because we really have to do things differently. We really have to do things differently, and often our old ways of dealing with things are built into old ways of being, colonialized ways of being, power over ways of being, reacting and responding from aggression, with polarity. Me versus you. I'm here, you're there, and blame and judgment and shaming. And we really have to move away from these behaviors. How and what to is still unfolding, is still revealing itself to us, because this is a new exploration for all of us. So, yeah, okay. Take care, and have a good day.